Hello everyone, Tracy from the Wildlife Garden. Thought I'd do my fortnightly catch up. We're just starting to get some rain at last. I did do a little check on when we last had any real substantial rain here on the outskirts of Birmingham, and it was around the 16th of June. So you can imagine how dry the garden is. I have done a little video showing the soil yesterday, and we had a couple of heavy squalls overnight, quite heavy rain, but short-lived. So I'm looking at the garden as I'm talking to you. So I thought I'd do the shovel test again today, and we'll see if it's made any difference to the garden. I don't think it will have done. The problem is that the water table is so low now. The soil's going to take some time to get the moisture levels back up, and that's quite a concern really. And so I thought I'd show you the effects now, because I've stopped watering the garden. I can't justify it really. I just feel awful watering the garden. So I thought I'd show you the after effects of such a lack of rain really, and me not watering the garden. I'm watering pots, not very often. I don't do them every day or every other day. I do them when the plants look like they're wilting really, and then I give them a good soak and hope that picks them up. But yeah, it's been a hard year in the garden. We had such a dry summer followed by such a dry spring followed by a hot summer, and now officially the hottest summer on record. It's making me think about certain plants like hydrangeas. I think I'm going to have to sort of knock those on the head. I hate killing plants, regardless of whether they are of any use to the wildlife in my garden, which is the main purpose of my gardening, is to encourage as much wildlife as possible. And some plants just don't offer anything to wildlife, and hydrangeas are one of them really. Occasionally you'll see the odd bee on them, but generally they don't do anything. And in this weather, hydrangea means they like hydration, kind of thing. And I've had to give them so much water, and it just seems not good really. It's clean, fresh water you're putting onto plants. It's something I'm just juggling with at the moment of what to do. I mean, next summer it could be a wet summer and they'll be absolutely fine. The year before we had such a wet summer and they were absolutely glorious. Enormous flower heads on them and looking beautiful. And the one by the fence, bees will go on it when it's in that state. But this year there's been no insects on them because they've dried out, and then I've watered them, and they've dried out, and then I've watered them. So yeah, they've been of no benefit to anything really, and just taken a lot of water, which is not good. So anyway, I'll have a stroll and point out certain things that are, everything's going over. I'm definitely having that early autumn in the garden. Everything's going over. The one thing that's picked up, it's not flowering much, but my honeysuckle was attacked by a very severe aphid attack last spring, and didn't flower at all the leaves dropped off. It really was a bad aphid infestation, so it has suddenly produced a few flowers, and the carder bees have been enjoying them. But yeah, most of the plants now look sad, and I haven't planted anything because the soil being so dry and knowing that they would need so much water other than seedlings. So hopefully next year the wallflowers and the more established flowers in this country, sort of aquilegias and things like that, will do okay. I've got lots of seeds from them, and forget-me-nots and things like that. But my problem is a lot of wildflowers need sun, and my garden's not a sunny garden. It's like a woodland garden, particularly in the middle. Only down by the house do we get the sort of 6 hours plus of sunshine. The rest of the garden, the average is about 2 to 3 hours of sunlight, probably. I could do with doing one of those, you go out every so often to record how much light I do get in the garden, how much direct sunlight I get. It's not much, but I do get some early morning sunlight, so we'll go and have a look and see what there is out there. And you can see how well they may have picked up because it rained, but a lot of plants in the garden were really droopy yesterday and have been for the last few days, so well, for a while now, because I'm just not watering them. So we'll go and have a look, and I'll show you what's happening. I think you'll see it's not great. Okay, see you in a minute. Right, here we are outside. Everything still looking pretty, but this is one of the first casualties. This is a clematis that's just not even bothered to flower this year, and yeah, you can see the stress on it. This is from inconsistency in the watering, really. So sometimes it's droopy and then it gets watered and it's not good for it. Although the nasturtium in the same pot seems to be more than happy with the watering system. The other plant that's done fine is the Mexican fleabane. Obviously used to hot weather and dry conditions, so no problem there. There's a lovely little aster coming up there, and these are some plants I had bought because it was my birthday last week, and I had some birthday money. But generally, yeah, things are just showing signs of stress, I think, in my garden. And things are naturally going over. It is the end of the day. This is the 31st of August, so things are going to seed naturally. I just need to deadhead the cosmos. Remember to deadhead the cosmos. That plant went over a while ago. Yeah, so not too bad along here. Just some deadheaded need doing. But here's the culprit. I've got to decide what to do with. Yeah, not looking healthy. Yeah, I just thought I'd show you this. Some mint coming up on the other side, self-seeded. And look what's come up in the pot. It's getting confused, isn't it? Don't know why that's so suddenly appeared. But yeah, the mint's done really well also. Again, it was in pots, but it's gone into the gone through the pots into the ground, so it's done really well. And likes dry heat as well. As we move up, the sweet pea is now going over. It's almost finished its display. And this bed here, these are the black-eyed Susan, Rebecca's, and they're in a shallow. It's a butler sink, but it's a shallow butler sink, and gosh, they've really taken a lot of water. So I lost them last year due to drought. I was away on holiday, and when we came back they were all dead, crisp as anything. Foxglove is sending up a new shoot though after I cut it back and cut the seed head off. And the hostas are going over quickly because, again, I'm not watering them very often, so. But they'll be fine. I don't think they're going to die. They're just going to go dormant quickly. Well, some of my seedlings are starting to come up. I've got some Nigella coming up. No cowslip, the other one is cowslip. The little pot that I forgot to label's doing well, the seedlings, and yeah, so things have started to come up in those, which is nice to see. That's how much water we had overnight. That's my very basic water measuring device that I've put out. So not much water there. And that bed's just going over now and will be sorted out for summer next year. Mainly cuttings and things, all the foxgloves. I'm not going to put those out until we have had some substantial rain because the ground's so dry, as you'll see shortly. Yeah, so very autumnal. Definitely. There's a big spider web there. I'm trying to pick it up on the camera, but you can't see it. I don't think it's enormous. Beautiful web. That's a good thing this year. We've had lots and lots of spiders. It's great to see. I didn't see any last year. And this fuchsia is alive with honeybees at the moment. I'm not seeing many bumblebees, mainly carder bees when I do see them. But yeah, the honeybees are absolutely loving this fuchsia. It's humming when I open the shed door with honeybees. I've got to sort out the baskets as well for next year. Some of them are in a terrible state because I haven't watered those either. Acclimatus is fine, that one's done okay. And the hollyhocks there's flowering again. And I've got a couple of borage. Is it borage this coming up? Anyway, that's popped up out of nowhere. And this is the look up the garden now. Yeah, looks like a month ahead. And this is the honeysuckle. I forgot to show it you. I thought I'd pop that in now. There's the honeysuckle, just trying to send up a few flowers. So that's nice. Lavender's all but finished now. There's a couple of flowers on it, and the Russian sage is beginning to come out. So yeah, just been spotting the bees on that. And my lovely David Austin rose is throwing up its last few blossoms. It's a beautiful rose. Got a delicate perfume, very pretty. And one casualty in the back there is the blueberry, completely gone over. Yeah, but it's still green inside when I scratch it. Mainly because that needs rainwater, so I haven't even used the hose pipe on them. I've been using the water butts and they're empty now. Might be a bit in now because we've had a bit of rain, but yeah, hopefully the little bit of rain that is coming now will keep it going. The lemon balm has all gone to seed now, but that's normal, that's not due to drought. So this is where I'm going to show you the condition of my soil. This is in the middle border, and we'll see just how dry it is. This is I'm using I thought, because the ground's so hard, I've used my bulb planter, which is really sharp and slim. Just trying to get that in. It's hard work. And as you can hear, it's just dry as a bone. It just, yeah, and that it's got a sharp point on it, and I'm having a job getting it in the ground. Yep, that's soil in need of water. I'm going down a good 3 to 4 inches there, and it's just dry. And next to it there's some plants surviving. How they're surviving I do not know, but some of them are hardier than others, I suppose. The primulas are trying to... There's a couple of primulas there I can see. But yeah, that's no good, is it? You can hear how dry it is, can't you? And that's the hydrangeas on the fence, all curling up and yeah, not looking well at all. The one further back is coping a bit better, but that one is struggling particularly badly. I don't know why. The Joe Pye completely gone over now. I must deadhead that because I don't want that spreading all over the garden. That was a lovely display a couple of weeks back, but now it's finished its display. Yeah, and another fuchsia flowering away well. It is the time of year for the fuchsias, really, isn't it? End of sort of August time. Now this is today. The soil I did earlier was yesterday, and this is after last night's little bit of rain. I'm going to replant that primula. So you can see the soil is darker, so you can see it has had water on it, but it's still dry. Really dry. You can hear it's dry. It looks a little bit darker, but be interesting to dig in the same spot at the end of November and see what it's like then. But yeah, you can see crumbly and dry. Not. You can see why my plants are. You'll see how some of the plants are really struggling with lack of moisture in a minute. Next to it, that's a little primula I'm trying to put back in. Next to it is, I can see some geranium and wood avens. Wood avens seems to survive everything. So those are doing fine, considering there's been no water, but the everlasting geraniums are pretty hardy plants, aren't they? And say wood avens is too, but the astrantia there looks awful. This is the middle section where all the trees are. The rowan trees obviously need a lot of water to produce the berries. And yeah, they're such substantial trees. They just take out all the water. I'm going to cut the grass. It's not done anything this year. I don't think there've been any butterflies laying eggs on that this year. And yeah, you just see that's the state of the plants there. That's the astrantia, as I say, just drooping over. Again, as I say, it'll self-seed and it'll be fine, and that's a plant in a pot. I'm not worried about it. Again, it will come back, but you can see how poor everything is. The Mumbretia, everything has struggled in this area this year. Really poor conditions. One thing that's doing well, not this hydrangea. This hydrangea hasn't even bothered to flower. It's in a terrible state. I'm not going to water it. It's just going to have to do what it does. And at the back of the border here, I've got a jasmine, and yeah, that's doing fine too. So that's coping. And so is that hosta next to it. I've watered that a bit, but not much. It's so compacted. I'm amazed water gets into it when I do water it, to be honest. And we'll have a little look up in the sunnier part. I thought I'd show you some of the roots that I have to contend with from the mature trees that are in the garden. You can see why it's so difficult to plant into my garden. Tree roots everywhere. The cherry tree especially. Plus the cherry sends up suckers. These have also been a bit of a problem this year, the cosmos, because I can't get things into the ground. I've planted them in a little raised bed, and I think as soon as I water them, I think the tree roots take most of the water, so they're just drooping again the next day. So they haven't produced many flowers because of the inconsistency in the watering. These are looking lovely. I love the seed heads on that Jerusalem sage. And this clematis, this is freckles. It's a winter flowering clematis, but look at it. Looks awful. So some things are doing okay and some things are struggling. Most of them are struggling. Yeah. It was a pretty bed there, though. It has attracted quite a few insects while it was okay. And the cosmos is still attracting bees. This is going to seed now. It's the purple loosestrife, and the pond is very low. Again, I can't top it up, so it hasn't been topped up in a while. Just keep trying to remove the duckweed. And I removed this iris because it's just too big for my tiny pond. So hopefully that'll be okay in there. And the look at the state of this astilbe. I've got two astilbes looking like this. Really sad. But this is doing fine, and so are I wonder if it's the apples actually here giving some extra moisture to the ground as they're rotting down. They've got to be releasing some moisture into the ground. Oh goodness, though. The apple tree might be supporting some of the plants there. And I'm obviously very proud of this apple because that's not the first glance you'll have of it. So looking back at the pond, yeah, the crocosmia didn't last that long. It's all going yellow now. The astilbe over there is completely gone, and so is the astrantia. So yeah, very early finishing. These are plants that normally flower into September. Yeah, there's that apple again. I'm very proud of. Right, let's move up. We've got the dogwood with all its hips looking lovely. And there's a few berries this year on the holly tree. Don't get many, but yeah, one or two on there. I shall prune that next year, keep it in a bit of shape, make it a bit denser. And up into the wilderness, which is not doing too badly. The wildflowers up here are coping, but this is the berries on this are so tiny compared to the one down the garden, so they're not producing much sugar and fats for the birds next year. They're absolutely tiny. That's the crocosmia, not crocosmia, sorry, the I've forgotten the name of it. That's crocosmia, and that is dead. Again, the roots will be fine, I'm sure. I must stop watering this too, rhubarb. We hardly use it. We have one pie off it, and then I give it all that water for the rest of the year. So the wilderness is looking better in a sense, because most of it is wildflowers. The nettles have absolutely loved it and not been a problem. And there you can see the apples on the tree. This south facing them, they're very red compared to the opposite side. And you can see how substantial the trees are in my garden and you can see how they're changing too. So yeah, it's been a difficult summer for some of my plants. But yeah, nettles are happy. Didn't get any blackberries this year though there. And the raspberries were sending up their new canes too. Guelder rose is looking lovely in its autumn colour. And yeah, you can see the amount of apples that have dropped there. These I'm going to replace. It's box, and it's had the box moth on it, and I haven't been watering them, so yeah, it's a goner, that one, I think, virtually. I'm not going to take them out of the box. I will just take the pots out of the chimneys and put something different in there. Maybe some bird's foot trefoil or something. But yeah, they've been food for the box moth. And this clematis that I moved, planted, is doing okay and sending up some new shoots. So that's coping, but again, I am watering that. And yeah, you can see it's just a sort of autumn garden, isn't it? Some of the apples have been so big this year. Hopefully they'll be food for the wasps and birds and butterflies. Yeah, so that's it in my garden for August, the end of August, the end of meteorological summer, going to autumn from tomorrow. And I sort of judge it that way too, really. So yeah, hopefully all the roots are doing okay, and apart from the annuals, obviously they'll be replaced next year if I do use them. Let's end on a happy note. Bees are still visiting and enjoying the nectar on the cosmos. Right, take care everyone, and yeah, I'll see you all soon. Hopefully yeah, everything will be even more autumnal by then and have much more colour, in the sense of it'll have the autumn colour on it. Okay, take care, see you soon.